Hey friend, can 5 minutes of gratitude a day change your life? Well, it definitely is changing mine every single day. So check it out. Hey there, my beautiful friends. Yappy and I are back. It's a beautiful sunny day. I'm wishing you a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday today. It's Wednesday in my world. It is March 26th, 2025. And, let's get into something today. As the beautiful, what I'm going to say, as the beautiful Miss Wendy Williams says, grab a snack and come on back. Hi, my lovely friend, my beautiful friend, my amazing friend. I'm so proud of you today. You woke up today. You made it. You're here. I hope that you found 5 things to be grateful for last night and this morning. I hope that you said, your mantra from the beautiful Miss Sonia Choquette. And that is, Divine Spirit within me, move me in the direction of my highest good this day. Move my mind, move my words, move my body, move my emotions so that I am able to be my best, do my best, serve my best, and experience the best day ever. So I hope that resonates with somebody, It's something to change your vibrations, you know what I mean? And also if you're having trouble, with your throat chakras, I had posted something from her I'd shared, I think, on my community tab, but, sing, be happy, sing, speak happy words to yourself, sing in the shower, I'm always singing. Zoe gives me the side eye, and Ma'am looks at Zoe, and then is like, can you stop her? I pick up Ma'am and I sing to her. You know what I mean? I'm always happy, I just am. There are days, I have my days when I'm not, but I don't let those days control me, and I don't let those days take over. You know what I mean? You have to snap out of it. You have to bring yourself into now, you have to sit, maybe with yourself, be silent, think happy thoughts, happy things that you're grateful for. You know what I mean? We can't let the depression take over us. We can't let that happen. And I've been there. I've been in the trenches of depression, okay? In the deep, deep down trenches of depression. And I've had therapy, and I've learned so many tools and so many things that to move me out of that. You know what I mean? And now, thank God, knock on wood, I don't suffer anymore. I don't suffer. I mean, I'm to the point where I used to have to take medication and everything to just numb me, and I didn't like that feeling. And I'm like, no, this is not my life. This is not how I'm supposed to be. And, you have to speak to a higher power. You know what I mean? I speak to my spirit and guides every day. I speak to, you speak to whoever you are inclined to speak with. I'm inclined. I am through and through. I am still a Catholic girl, okay? I speak to sweet Mother Mary. You know what I mean? I thank her for covering me always in the blood of her sweet baby Jesus. I do that every day. I thank my mother, who is my guardian angel forever and ever and ever she will be. I thank my beautiful ancestors who are right here. I used to sit on their shoulders, but they're right here with me. Like that message, that reading that came the other day that I resonated with, when he's like, the angels are on you, girl. You gang. Yes, gang. My angels are here. My spirit and guides are here. They are always with me. And it just lifts me. I feel them just lifting me up and lifting me up. And when I get up in the morning and I say that mantra from the beautiful Sonia Choquette, I'm really trying to, bring my vibrations higher than they are. You know, my vibrations are very high and I want them to be higher. I want to reach that 5th dimension. So, you know, we have to do that for ourselves. We can't expect somebody to make us happy, somebody to bring us out of depression, we have to do it for ourselves. You know, we have to. And if that means that we have to seek therapy, maybe we have to take medication. We have to start somewhere to get to where we want to be. You know what I mean? And happy is where I want to be always. Happy with Yappy. That's where I want to be. So today, I'm going to do another gratitude. I'm going to do some more prompts. You know, Spirit just spoke to me and he's like, you really need to focus. There's so many things that I want to talk about and focus on here. We are up to 207 videos on this platform and 141 subscribers. Thank you, my beautiful subscribers. And we have a new subscriber. Let's see. We have a beautiful new subscriber in our midst. Have to see if I find her. Let's see. You know, I thought that I took a screenshot of her page, but I'm not sure that I did. So let me see. Let's see if I could pull up something. You know, I meant to write it down. I always write everything down, and lately I've just been like... Our new subscriber is the beautiful, and I'm going to pop her up here or here, wherever, A Royal Budget. She's also an emerging content creator. She has 626 subscribers. You know, and her channel is about cash and budgets, you know, cash stuffing and everything. And I love that. I love that. So if you're interested in that, you know, she'll be listed down below. Go see what she's about. Give her a subscribe. Let's help build this community and build our collective and make it strong. There's enough for everybody to get a piece of this YouTube pie. And you know I want a piece. I want a big slice. So there's enough for Yappy and I and for all of you. So come on. You know, let's do it. Let's do it. So A Royal Budget. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. You know, I'm so grateful to you. So grateful to you. So thank you. Thank you for blessing me. Thank you. So let's get into it. Let's get down to business. 5-minute gratitude journal. A gratitude journal for greater joy and well-being in just 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day, which you can take longer than that. I generally do, especially if I'm writing this out. I am writing and writing and writing. I haven't written this out. I'm just going through the prompts with you, and then I go back later, maybe, and put it in a journal, you know. But the one I wanted to read today, the very first quote is, gratitude and attitude are not challenges. They are choices. They are choices. And that is by Robert Brath. Can we get an amen? Come on, people. Come on. Come on. Did you hear that? Let that marinate. Let me say it again for you. Gratitude and attitude are not challenges. They are choices. It's not a challenge to be grateful. To have a grateful attitude, to have an attitude of gratitude. You know what I mean? It's you know, come on. It's not a challenge. It's a choice. I don't know if I said it's not a choice. It is a choice. It's not a challenge. It's not a challenge. You know, when we open our eyes in the morning and our feet hit the ground, when we get up off of our beds or wherever we were sleeping, that's the first thing you should be grateful for. That's your first thing to be, you're grateful right there. Right there. And then it's so easy to build more into that. You know, I'm grateful, Spirit. You opened my eyes today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You must say thank you. You must thank them. You must thank whoever you feel in your heart, whether it be God, spirit, your guides, angels, your mother, your father. Thankful. Thank them. Thank them. Whoever you align yourself with, thank them. You know what I mean? They're here with us to make things better, to make our day better. They're here. They're here with us. You know, thank them. You know, that's what they want to hear so that they can continue to do their work to push us forward to that fifth dimension, to where we need to be, to get our vibrations up there. We have to ask them and we have to thank them. We have free will, so we need to ask them to help us with whatever we need help with every single day, and then be grateful. It's lawnmower day, apparently. They're cutting the grass here. Always when I'm filming. Always. Always. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. But I love that quote, and I hope that resonates with you all. I hope it resonates. Really, sir? And he is right here. Oh my God. He is right here under my window. He went to pick some garbage up, but then you leave your machine on? Like, sir, I'm filming. I am filming. So the first prompt is a challenging experience that helped me grow into a better version of myself. Well, and I've spoke about it. You know, a challenging experience was being over 321 plus pounds. That was the most challenging time of my life. One of them, I've had several, but that was a major one. You know, and losing the 110 plus pounds that I've lost, almost 215. We're getting there. We're getting there. You know, it's a slow process, and I'm grateful, because the slower it is, that means I'm going to keep this off for the rest of my life. So I'm grateful for that. I'm not in a rush. You know what I mean? I'm not in a rush. And I hope that I answered everybody's questions. There were questions today on what is Manjaro. And some people don't understand Manjaro. So let me let you in on what it is, you know, and Google is your friend. So you can always Google it. You know, you can always Google it. But Manjaro is a tirzepatide, and it is a GLP-1. And you've heard of these before. You've heard of, you know, it's a once a week treatment, and you've heard of it before. You've heard of Ozempic. You've heard of Wegovy. Ozempic is probably the most popular, you know, that most people talk about. And there are ways that you can eat certain foods to help assist with your GLP-1. You do not have to be on a medication. I am on this medication, Manjaro, because I am a type 2 diabetic, and this medication helps to steer my blood glucose in the right direction. It's a treatment for that. But the benefit of it is it does help and assist me in losing weight, in, you know, squelching the food noise in my head, you know, of what am I going to eat? When am I going to eat? I want this to eat. I want that to eat. Ooh, I want this. Ooh, I want, you know, the constant that it doesn't turn off in your head. I have that. The Manjaro helps me. I don't think about food. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't even eat today. You know, so then I have to do, and which for me is okay. I do OMAD once, which is 1 meal a day, and it's fasting. And I spoke about that before. And you can go back. And I do OMAD. And so eating 1 meal a day is my thing. And you eat as much as you want to eat in that time frame. I also do carnivore. But these last 2 weeks, my body has been craving the carbs. So I have been letting myself have that. I have been having rice or potatoes if I have them, and during my eating window. But my main base of my food is always protein. Always protein. lean protein for me because sometimes the fat upsets my stomach, but I love fat. And so I do eat butter. I eat Kerrygold butter. I love grass-fed butter. And I love ghee in my food. Sometimes coconut oil, but I don't use that a lot. And, so those are the things that I use. And when I'm doing ketovore, which is carnivore keto, like hybrid, I'm using sometimes avocado oil or olive oil. I don't use seed oils or anything like that. And if you are using those, you need to do some research. They're not good for us. They used to tell us before canola oil was good for you. Well, it is if you get the purest form of canola oil, and none of us are getting that. We're getting stuff that has so many things in it from the grocery store. Vegetable oil, mwah. Palm oil, sunflower, safflower, grapeseed. None of those oils are good for us. But under the guise, we think that they are good for us, but they're really not. So do your own research. Do your own research. I had to do the research for myself to know what's good for me, what works with my body. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to clear that up. I know we're in the middle of the gratitude, but I needed to clear that up because there was a question, about what is, Manjaro, and it's basically for people with type 2 diabetes, which I have. Now, there are a lot of people, celebrities, yada, yada, blah, 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 who are out there who use it, because they want to lose weight fast. Well, that's not my experience with it. I didn't ask for it or be put on it because I wanted to lose weight. I was put on it because of my type 2 diabetes, and I love it. And I think I will take it for the rest of my life. Even when I'm in maintenance, I will take a low dosage, but I will take it forever because it works for me. My blood glucose numbers are low, and that's how I like it. I don't want my numbers to be in the hundreds. I don't want that for me. I don't want that. So I want my A1C to be down. My A1C went from a 14 all the way down to a 5.4. That's where I am now. You know what I mean? And it took time. It wasn't with Manjaro, though. In the beginning, there was no Manjaro. I did this all on my own, and I'm so proud of myself. And I have lost weight on my own without Manjaro, but it does help me, and it helps my blood glucose. So I wanted to clear that up for anybody who, it's like, well, what is that? And what does that do? And why are you taking that? Or you're taking the easy way out. It's definitely not an easy way out. I have to work hard every day on losing this weight. And I have busted my ass for the last 2 years to get this 110 pounds off my body. I do my steps every single day. I do anywhere from 15,000, 10,000 is my base. I do anywhere from 15,000 to 20,000+ steps a day, every single day. And yes, I do it sitting in my chair. I'm up walking and doing things as well. I go up and down the stairs every day because I live on a second floor walk up, and I have to go out a couple times a day, up and down the steps. I do that. But my exercise is mostly done for me sitting right now. I have degenerative bone disease in my back. I have osteoarthritis in my knees and in other parts of my body, which I'm starting to really feel that now. So for me, the safest way for me to get my exercise in is to do it like this in my chair. And you can't see my feet, but my feet are going up. I'm marching and my feet are going up and down. Sometimes I do side-by-side steps, up and down steps. I do all kinds of steps on my feet. But my arms are what is getting me the steps. My arms, you have to pump your arms, especially I wear an Apple Watch. I have to pump my arms or else it doesn't register. My watch is not down on my ankle. Now I could put it down on my ankle. Now if I was wearing just the pedometer attached to me, then it will register my feet. But this does not register my feet. It registers my pumping of my arms. And this is what I do, but I am moving my feet as well. I am moving my feet. And I have an 8-hour stand goal. So I do stand, you know what I mean? I have an 8-hour stand goal on my watch, but also doing my steps and everything counts as a stand goal as well. And I do that every hour. Not for 8 hours a day. I'm not doing steps, no. I try to get all my steps in the first 2 hours of the day, but now that I'm recording and I'm here on YouTube, that doesn't always happen. You know, and a lot of days I'm up at 5 a.m. Sometimes I'm up at 4 a.m. Yay, me. But I'm not always ready to get up and get rearing to go at that time. I'm doing my meditation, my prayers, my mantra, and that kind of things at that time. So I take my time during the day and I do my steps. You know what I mean? I do my steps. I've got 2 stand goals in already. I started at 10 is when I put my watch on. So yeah. So anyway, so that losing 110 pounds, let's get back to it, was a challenging experience that helped me grow into a better version of myself. Yes. The next prompt is something great about today that makes me look forward to tomorrow. Well, you already know the answer to that. Let's see. Who has the answer? Who has the answer? The answer is you, my friend. You. The answer is always you. You know what I mean? You all have changed my life in this space. You know what I mean? You've changed my life, you know, and I'm so grateful to you all. You know what I mean? You saw me crying yesterday, my heartfelt, you know, gratitude video out there. You saw me crying. Yes, that's what happens to me. It brings me to tears because I love you all so very much. And I'm tapping my heart. Yes, I am. My beautiful soul sister, she's watching this and she knows. She knows. And so, you know, so something great about today that makes me look forward to tomorrow is you, and coming back here tomorrow to talk to you and see you again. You know, again and again and again and again. It makes me happy. I will never get tired of this. I will never get tired of posting a video every single day for you. It makes me happy. And that you see my journey and see where I'm going. And I can't wait to get a big mirror so you can see, you know, my transformation and everything. You know what I mean? I don't take a lot of pictures because you should take pictures every day, but I can't take the pictures of myself, the full body pictures, and I don't have a, what's the thing called? I used to have one where you attach your phone and you could take pictures and stuff. I don't have one of those. Now I do have my tripod, which I could probably set up to take a picture, you know, of me, but I can't find the remote that would help me to take the picture with my phone. So, you know, I have to wait for my daughter to do it. It's not always an opportune time. We're doing other things. And then I think about it and I'm like, shoot. You know what I mean? I forget. So the next prompt, someone who makes my life better just by being in it. Now, you know, Yappy, do you think they know? You think they know who it is? Do you think so? It's you again, friend. It's you. It's always you. And my beautiful Zoe, of course. It's always you. You know, someone who makes my life better just by being in it. My beautiful soul family here, my beautiful soul sisters that I have met here, that we are like this. We are like this. They are in here, in here, in here. I talk to them every single day. I start my day in the morning. The first thing I do is speak to my soul sisters. You know what I mean? They message me. We talk to each other. We chat every day, every single day. You know what I mean? I love my soul sisters here. You know, I have a big soul sister here and I have some little soul sisters. I have 2 big soul sisters, one who I speak to every single day regardless. And I have my little soul sisters who I speak to every day. Yes. Yes, you make my world. You guys make it. You make it for me, baby. You make my life better just by being in it. I never thought, and I say this every time, you're like, oh, here she goes again. Yes, and I'm going to continue to say it. I never thought on January 5th, 2025, and we all know now, you know, 5 is the number of change. This is the year of change. 5 is the year of change. On January 5th, 2025, I decided to change my life and get on here and film my very first video. Go back to episode 1, back on January 5th, and you'll see the change we've made from January 5th till now. Go back there. You know what I mean? And you all, I never thought that I would meet you all, that I would become best friends with a few of you here. I consider you all my best friends. I really do. No, we have not met in person, some of us. We have not. But you are here with me, you know, and that's never going to leave me. You're never going to leave me. The trust that I have in you, you know, the faith that I have in you, the faith and trust that you have in me to be here and give me your time to watch, to binge watch while you're doing other things. You know what I mean? To watch me and give Yappy and I your time every day. That is amazing. It's freaking amazing. And I am so grateful to you, and I will be grateful to you to the end of time. You know, so grateful to you. So you are someone who makes my life better just by being in it, is my beautiful YouTube family. I love you so much. This collective, I love you so much. I see you, friend. I see you. I see you. Yappy, do you see them? Let's see. Yappy's not looking. Yeah, there you go. Yappy sees you too now. You know, we see you and we love you. You know, we're grateful to you for being here. You know what I mean? For making this channel what it is. I know that 3 months from today, this thing is going to go worldwide. I already know it. Our spirit has already told me. You know what I mean? And it's all because of you. And I will never forget you. And you all will be with me every step of the way. Every step of the way. Because I know I'm going to be on GMA doing my Lexi talking. I know it. I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be doing so many things. I'm going to be visiting each of you. That's getting ready to go down. You know, I'm going to be flying and traveling and going to places that I've never dreamed of. And then the places that I have dreamed of, which you all know, I've told you. Bora Bora and Paris are two of the places that I have been wanting to go to since I was a child. And I want to live in Paris, you know, and who knows, that may happen. And I would like to live in London as well. I want to be worldwide. All of this is getting ready to happen for us, baby. For Yappy and I, and for you, it's getting ready to go down. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. One of the best parts about being me. Well, one of the best parts about being me is I'm just a loving, caring me. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful every day for everything. And that's one of the things that I love about myself. You know what I mean? The best parts about me is I never meet a stranger. I never meet a stranger. My daughter just rolls her eyes and gets the side eye whenever we go somewhere, because I can have a conversation with anybody and make a friend everywhere I go. I remember one time we went to Costco, and this lady was coming upon us, and we just started talking and talking. Her daughter was over in the corner. Her grown daughter was side-eyeing and rolling her eyes, and my daughter was side-eyeing and rolling. So after we finished and we went our separate ways and whatnot, and Zoe says to me, and that is at Tego, go subscribe to her. I'll put her down below. She had a video that had 11,000 views. I mean, she's doing it. Go subscribe to her. And so anyway, after, you know, we parted ways, that lady was leaving Costco and I was going in. So Zoe and I went in, and Zoe's like, Mommy, do you know that? Where do you know that lady from? I'm like, I don't know that lady from Adam. We just, you know, the vibes were just there. You know what I mean? The vibes were there. And I never meet a stranger. And that's one of the things, you know what I mean? One of the best parts about being me. I never do. You know, I never do. And I just love people. And I love talking to people. And I love, you know, I just love people in my life. Interesting people. You know what I mean? And I love you. One of my little soul sisters, you know, is having like a hard time with that. And you know, with people. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody is not meant for everybody. You know, I'm not, my sauce is not meant for everybody. You know what I mean? And that's their loss. You know what I mean? So let them do them. You know what I mean? But I'm doing me, and I will never change. I love me some me, like I said. I wake up every day loving me, loving myself, with the flab and the oh, I have so much crepey skin right here. The crepey skin from losing weight, my waddle, my everything. You know, my everything. I love me some me. And that helps me to love other people. You know what I mean? You know, as RuPaul says, I popped it up the other day, I'm going to pop it up again today. If you don't love yourself or can't love yourself, how the hell do you expect to love somebody else? You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. The universe can't make that happen for you. It doesn't work that way. It starts here. You have to love yourself. Open up your chakras, your heart. Love yourself, baby. Do the work. You know what I mean? And if somebody is in your orbit and, you know, they stop talking to you for whatever reason, there's so many people that have stopped talking to me. Oh my God. I can't even count. But you know what? I wasn't for them. And most obviously, they definitely weren't for me. You know what I mean? Those people aren't friends in our lives. No, those are acquaintances at best. You know, and we don't need them to make us happy. Absolutely not. I make my own happiness. I make me happy every single day. Every single day. I find something to laugh about and do. I just make me happy. I'm always happy. You know what I mean? And I know it's hard. A lot of people, I have a friend. We're no longer friends. An acquaintance. I'm going to call her an acquaintance. We haven't spoken probably 2 years, and we won't ever speak again. I've blocked her. We will never speak again. But, you know, basically, I would say to her, don't you get up and say, I love you? Oh, I can't do that. I'm like, well, why can't you? You don't get up and look in the mirror and love what you see and love yourself? You got issues. Those are issues. Those are deep-seated issues. And you really need to seek the therapy and do the shadow work for that. You know, you do. Because we should all love ourselves. We love us first. You know what I mean? I can't expect you to love me if I don't love myself. I can't expect that. You know? And like everything is not for everybody. Everyone is not for everybody. You know? So if somebody is deciding that they don't want to be in your orbit anymore, good. Good. As we say in the Virgin Islands, good. Go on about your business. Go and sit down over there. Go about your business. Because what you feel about me is none of my business. It's none of my business. I know I love me. Yappy loves me. My daughter loves me. And all my beautiful friends here love me. You love me. That's all that matters. You know, that's all that matters to me. So yeah, you know what I mean? I just love this today. I love this gratitude today. This prompt today is amazing. And the last quote is, I move through this day gentle and easily. Gently and easily. Yes, I do. I move through every day gently and easily. Yes, yes. I move through this day gently and easily. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I do. I don't have conflict in my life. You know, I don't. The people in my life who cause conflict, they're not in my life. Because guess what? You're out. I don't have time for that. You know, I don't have time for that. I'm not going to let your energy bring me down. You know, just like I said the other day, my daughter and I were having a conflict. You know, mothers and daughters, we do. We have conflicts. I had them with my mommy. You know what I mean? We have conflicts. But I can't let that energy ruin my day or bring me down. I retreated to my room to do my meditation and speak to one of my dearest, dearest friends here and chat about it. You know what I mean? Get it off my chest. And I said, you know, I'm giving her 24 hours. I'm not saying anything to her. Just let her be. And she came back. And we're back to, Mommy, I love you and everything. We're back to that. I never stopped loving her. But, you know, sometimes we can just guide our children. You know what I mean? We can just guide them in the right direction. And they don't always take that cue. They don't always take it. And I can't make her take the cues. You know what I mean? I can't make her. She has to figure that out for herself. My mother never, let me tell you something. My daughter, the difference is with us, my mother didn't help me with a lot of things, okay? Which made me a very strong woman. My mother was like, you want a job? My mother knew so many people and high influential people and very high frequency people. But I wasn't gonna, you know, be a Nepo baby. My mother's like, no, you want something, you need to go out and get it for yourself. Now, my daughter, on the other hand, I have helped her every step of the way, coaching her, helping her get jobs, doing all kinds of things. You know what I mean? Not with the people that I know per se, but with the knowledge that I have. Because we're living here in North Carolina. I don't know of people here. I don't have influence here. In the Virgin Islands now, yes. But here, no. You know what I mean? And so there's, you know, I help her every step of the way. And I'm with her. When she falls and something happens, I'm in her corner and I'm with her. My mother was always my ride or die. Don't get me wrong. And always in my corner all the time. But when I was younger, you know, and I'm like, well, Mommy, you know so-and-so. She's like, yeah. But if you want a job with so-and-so, then you need to get that yourself. You know what I mean? She wasn't pushing me in that direction. She was pushing me, but she wasn't going to, per se, hold my hand and take me there and do the whole situation and blah, blah, blah. Now, I, on the other hand, will do that for my daughter. And that's where we're different. You know what I mean? That's where we're different. You know? But, and I don't know what brought me into that, but I guess the mothers and daughters thing. You know what I mean? But my mother was my ride or die. And I'm always going to be my daughter's ride or die, regardless of if we're speaking or not. She's my daughter. I gave birth to her. I manifested her. She will never be without me in her life. Never. Never. You know, never. And but that was a little hiccup in the road, you know what I mean? And we got through it. And that wasn't our first one, and it won't be our last. You know, it won't be. But I am operating at such a high frequency. I'm trying to get to that fifth dimension. And I want, you know, everybody to get there. You know, be happy, be grateful, love yourself. This is where you start. Open up your throat chakras and sing a little song and be happy, you know. This is where we get to this. Open up your heart. You know what I mean? By saying you love yourself, that's the beginning right there. It's the beginning. Trust me. And being grateful, when you get it, you will feel so good. By the end of the day, you'll be like, wow. That was true what Lexi said. Yes, I would never steer you wrong. Never. I would never steer you wrong. Trust me, I've been there. I've been in the trenches, like I said, of the depression and everything. I've been there. I've been there, baby. You know what I mean? That's why I'm a crone now. I have the knowledge and the power to make changes. Yes, I do. And I hope that you know that. And everything I say here is for the betterment of all of us in this collective, including myself. I learn new things every single day and new things about myself every single day. You know what I mean? But I just want, you know, I don't want you all to be sad. Like I did my crying video and some people, you know, got a little sad and it just opened up the waterworks. And I'm like, those weren't sad tears. Those were happy tears of how grateful I am that you all are in my life and that I found you. And I will say that every single day. You know what I mean? Those weren't sad tears. There are videos here where I have some sad tears maybe. You know what I mean? Like my video before my first episode, the last video before episode 1, go watch that. Go watch that video. It's a 4-minute video. It's very short. And it was how full I was of gratitude for someone else who had received something, but how full I was for losing my mother and what I had to deal with. And that's going to be another series down the line of grief and how I coped with that and how I got the therapy and everything to move me forward and how I released on that beautiful moon with Elizabeth, the more intuitive me, and with my beautiful, beautiful Ange at Roots and Waves, and how I released that guilt that I had over the death of my mother, and how now I'm just thriving. I'm happy. That weight was lifted off my shoulders. That just happened the beginning of this month. Lifted off my shoulders. I'm so happy. You know what I mean? And so, you know, we have to do things to make ourselves happy. We can't expect anybody else to. You know, we just can't. And this is why I move through my day gently and easily every day. Gently and easily every day. You know, because I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm grateful that I'm having this trip around the sun that I'm having. You know, my birthday is in 5 months, less than 5 months. And I will be celebrating my 61st trip around the sun. I am grateful. And I'm so excited for that. I want to be here for that. And I want to be here until I'm 120. Yes, indeed. I want to be here. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm doing the work. I'm doing the spiritual work, you know, to make sure that I am here. You know what I mean? And I'm doing the work on my body. I'm doing the mental work, the physical work. You know what I mean? I'm doing the shadow work. I'm doing it all, you know? And this is what we have to do sometimes to bring us together. Oh, and my beautiful, beautiful pearls. These are beautiful black pearls. Black and the white pearls. My mother had this strung for her. And then this is black pearls with gold beads and freshwater pearls that my mother had strung for her years and years ago. And I found them and I said, I'm going to wear them today. You know, my mommy is always here. I forgot to put my rings on and they're sitting right here. I keep forgetting. I used to never leave my house, fun fact, every day. I never left my house without my rings on, my thumbs, my fingers, rings, you know, my bracelets. And I have so many more than this, my bracelets. Earrings from here all the way down. I never left the house. Now I only put on one and sometimes I forget. I never left the house without makeup, without especially black eyeliner is my jam and mascara. My eyes were always done. You know what I mean? I'm not a lipstick girly like that because it wears off on me so much. I haven't found a good one that just stays and doesn't get all weird. So I'm not a lipstick, but I do wear lipstick and I love lipstick. I love red. I love fuchsia. I love purple. You know, I do love lipstick and I love lipstick that is just like my color, like a little brown, but like, it's not like dark. It's just pretty. You know what I mean? Very pretty, like a coffee or something. But I wear my chapstick on my lips every day and I go out into the world. Well, lately, since I've been home for this last 11 years and I haven't been working, I'm like, you know, I'm just going to be me. I don't have to wear makeup unless I'm going out to an event or something. And then, you know, the beautiful made up Lexi comes out. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'm just here and I feel comfortable to be here like this with you all. You know what I mean? I feel comfortable. And I'm so grateful to myself. And that's why I love myself. You know what I mean? We have to feel comfortable in our own skin. No matter what it is, we have to feel comfortable. And until you do, you know, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. So you have to work on that. And I wish you all the best. And I hope that you all who are dealing with struggles, and I hope nothing triggered you in this video, you know, that you seek the help. Because sometimes we need somebody else to help us a little bit, just to get us on our way, just to give us a little nudge. And then we can, you know, do this journey and work and do this on our own, you know, and do this on our own. I've had help. Sure. I've had like about 3 different therapists. One I adored and loved to pieces. One I couldn't stand and I fired her. And then another one who I really didn't gel with much, but she did help me at the time. And, you know, and that's a journey too. When you need therapy, you have to find the person that works for you, you know, and the person that gets you, you know what I mean? And the person who can help you find yourself and get back to yourself. The person who can suggest things to you, give you some assignments to do to help you get out of this funk that you're in and move you in the right direction. You know, and I hope that you all are doing that if you need to. So that's it for today, my lovely friend, my beautiful friend. I see you. I see you. I'm so proud of you. I love you so, so much. And stay tuned. You know, I posted in my post on the community page a beautiful video from my beautiful, beautiful soul sister, the Miss Spiritual Rain. And she has a show, SNL, Saturday Night Love. And I will be her guest on April 12th. I was going to say August. Maybe I will be in August too. But on April 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please, please join us. Join us there. She has several guests. She's on every Saturday. And this Saturday coming up is the beautiful Elizabeth, the more intuitive me. So go watch. Go subscribe to Spiritual Rain. She's listed down below. She has 4 channels, and they're all amazing. They're all amazing. She's an artist. She's a poet. She's just beautiful. So go watch her. She has beautiful vibes and beautiful energy. And then watch us on SNL, Saturday Night Love. I know what you thought I was going to say. Nah. It's not that other SNL in New York City. It's not that one. It's Saturday Night Love, coming to you directly from Canada. Yes. And then on April 12th from Canada and from Charlotte, North Carolina, where I am. So come watch us. So I love you, beautiful friend. Yappy and I out. Mwah. Deuces. Love you plenty.